to Quinsigamond Community College's third annual Corporate Breakfast. Today we'll be focusing on the topic of entrepreneurship. So thanks for making time in your schedules to be here today. I'm Liz Borg. I am the Assistant Vice President for Community Engagement. And I will be the MC today, so that means I'm going to move things along so that we all get up here by 9. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce the Chair of Quinsigamond Community College's Board of Trustees, Stacey of Worcester. Thanks for coming.
Good morning. On this cold, almost spring Worcester day. It's my pleasure to welcome you here to this exciting corporate breakfast that I look forward to every year so that we can let you know all the great things that are happening for Quinsigamond Community College during this very, very big year. Today, joining us, in addition to all of you esteemed members of our business community, are several members of the Board of Trustees of Quinsigamond Community College. I know I walked in with Rosalie Lawless from Fairlawn Healthcare. So Rosalie, oh, there she is in the back. Dr. Maddie Casilla, I know is here from UMass, who's a member of our board as well. Ron Josephson, who's our vice chair, who is a world-renowned businessman in his own right. There you are. There you are. Thank you for coming. And our student trustee, who said she's tired of being called a student trustee and looking forward to graduating very soon, Amy Pierce. Where are you, Amy? Thank you so much for coming. Thank you. We also are fortunate to have with us, supporting Quinsigamond Community College as they always do, many of our elected officials have joined us here this morning. We have Representative Peter Durant. Where are you? There you are. Thank you so much for coming. Representative Paul Frost. Are you here? Well, he's coming, I'm sure. Representative Kevin Kuros. Thank you, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning. I didn't see Connie Lukes. Did he come from Connie Lukes? She'll probably be here shortly. And representing Representative Harold Norton, we have Susan Templeton. Thank you so much for coming. And last but not least, we have our new esteemed city manager, Ed Augustus. Thank you so much for coming. So again, this is a very, very big year for Quinsigamond Community College. We do big things every year. We just don't always take the time to celebrate and share all the good news. But this year in particular, we're going to stay on top of making sure that everybody knows all the big things happening for Quinsigamond Community College. It is our 50th anniversary, so QCC is looking really good at 50, so it's a wonderful year, and I hope that you'll participate in many of our activities, which include the groundbreaking of our science and technology building. We call that the Quest building. That'll be groundbreaking next month, opening up in 2016. Also, we will be opening our Healthcare and Workforce Development Center downtown, prominently located across from City Hall in the former Telegram and Gazette building. So all of you businesses who have needs for trained workforces in healthcare, science, and technology, make sure that you talk to us because we're getting all new technology and equipment, and maybe we can make sure that what we're doing is aligned to what you're doing, and maybe even we can help you to figure out how you can take your business to the next level through science and technology. So participate with QCC as we move forward this year in our 50th year. Another thing that we're doing this year is we are acknowledging the guardians of Quinsigamond Community College, the guardians of our community. Our mascot, the Wyvern, is the guardian of the city of Worcester. We have acknowledged 10 so far, and on your tables there should be some little postcards, and we want you to make sure that we acknowledge some more of the unsung heroes of our community who are the guardians of Quinsigamond Community College and the guardians of the city of Worcester. So we look forward to receiving all of those nominations. And to show you the degree and the prominence of our guardians, it is now my pleasure to introduce one of our great senators who is a guardian of Quinsigamond Community College. He is a graduate from our criminal justice program, Senator Moore. Please join us.
Good morning. It's great to see everyone this morning. I think everyone has always respected the amount of work our community colleges have done and public higher education institutions have performed. It's really been an honor for the last 4 years to be part of the, recognition of the great work that you have been doing. And for the schools like Quinsigamond, and as Senator Kuzayan, I'm very proud of it. You have actually helping me with, I think, the foundation to move forward my career and continue on with my further education. The economy was just crashing. And we're talking about workforce development and how we really get workers retrain students the skills to move forward. And again, I think people recognize the community colleges, the public education institutions. I don't think they recognize how much they do for us. And as we got more involved with workforce development, we started looking at the community colleges and the focus on them and the funding levels and the support they're getting. Quinsigamond has actually done a great job working with the business community, developing programs. But the problem they had was they were put in a very bad situation by the legislature. When we look at the funding, Quinsigamond Community College was one of the schools within the 5 highest enrollment of students. But they were the 5 lowest funded also. So we had a situation is we have a school that's trying to meet the needs of the community, yet how do they have the resources when we're not funding them enough? So I have the opportunity to be part of a reform of the whole system. Carberry was a great resource to have when I needed insight, and a great resource to have on how we try to move the school forward. When we were looking at how we were going to fund the schools, I kept hearing, oh, we've got a funding formula that the legislature established, I think it was 15 years ago. But everyone I asked, from the Commissioner of Higher Education, right down throughout our college presidents, there was like 100 different factors that went into this funding formula. So we looked at the funding formula, we streamlined it, and actually the college presidents, all 15 colleges, worked with us to try to streamline this formula. In most states that have this performance funding, the performance is usually 5 or 10% additional funding. In Massachusetts, and this is a credit to Quinsigamond and the other college presidents, who were much more aggressive. The funding they get based on performance is 50% of their appropriation. So each school now is getting $4.5 million as a base. And whatever other funding that they get from the Commonwealth is based on the metrics that we established based on performance. And that's tied to graduation rates, transfer rates going to a 4-year institution. It's based on certificates. That was something that was another factor before. What is that when you looked at the graduation rates for community colleges, it was roughly 17%. And you'd say, God, that's dismal. Well, what they never factored in was all the other issues surrounding it. You have students that would go to community colleges. Sometimes you'd have a degree, and you'd transfer to a 4-year school. It wasn't factored in as a successful transition or a graduation. Or you could have someone that would go in for a 1-year certificate program. This is actually where the college presidents actually were able to assist us in determining what we should be judging the schools on. If you look at the importance of recognizing what they do, they are a driving factor in our economies. The skills and training they give, plus the investment that they're making in our communities, the importance that you play in moving our economy forward, it really is astonishing. I think people are actually over the last 4 years are recognizing everything that you do and how important you are to us. Thank you very much for being here. I do want to credit President Carberry for being one of the leaders in central Massachusetts and the state in our higher education and our workforce development community. She really has done a great job. And again, thank you for appointing me as a guardian, first-time guardians. It really is an honor. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Moore. Now it is my pleasure to introduce City Manager Ed Augustus.
Well, I have really a 2-word message on behalf of the City of Worcester to Quinsigamond Community College. Thank you for the 50 years that you've been providing excellent education to so many now generations of men and women, both young and not so young, who've been able to get the skills and the training that they need to go into the workforce and be successful, to be the employees that allow our businesses to grow and thrive, to allow our public sector to have the kind of quality workforce that we all rely upon. And the thank you is not only for the last 50 years, but the thank you is for the next 50 years. Thank you for the investment that you're making in downtown Worcester, which, as Senator Moore talked about, is going to be transformative in terms of having hundreds of additional students and faculty in our downtown. taking a building and bringing it back to life, helping add to the vitality of our downtown and complementing all the other great things that are going on. Quinsigamond Community College really is one of the strategies that is going to allow Worcester to continue to prosper in the future. Why? Because we have a knowledge-based economy. Because we have the average person having 7 to 10 jobs during their work lifetime. What does that mean? It means lifelong learning. It means people need to constantly upgrade and update their skills in order to be competitive, in order to take advantage of our globalized economy and our rapidly changing demands of our workers. And Quinsig is nimble, is quick, is able to respond and adapt quickly to meet the needs of our future workforce. And I'm very grateful, and I think I speak for the people of the city of Worcester when I say thank you to you, two powerful leaders, with the chair of your board and the president, who have a great vision for the role that this community college can play in Worcester's future. So we're very appreciative. I hope you have a great event this morning. Thanks for what you do.
Time to hear from Dr. Gail Carberry, president of Quinsigamond Community College.
Good morning. Good morning. I really want to thank Senator Moore and City Manager Augustus for the kind words that they both had to say about Quinsigamond. We are a community college, and by that, we are as good as the community that we serve and the people who step up with us, both internally. We are a community internally and externally in our environment. And so everything that Quinsigamond does is done via community. So thank you for those great words. So here we are, 50 years old. We began with fewer than 300 students in September of 1963, at a point in time when high school students, the graduating classes, only about 20% were going on to college. Today, 8% go on to college. Where do they go? They go everywhere, but many of them, of course, come to Quinsigamond Community College because we are a springboard for some and a safety net for others. You know, our mission is sometimes misunderstood because we are affordable and because we are open access. But as Senator Moore said, we perform, and so do our graduates. Let me make a few acknowledgments here while I'm standing. I'd like to acknowledge members of the Foundation Board of Quinsigamond Community College, part of that large community that makes Quinsigamond great. Larry Morrison, President of the Foundation. Jack Boutone, who is a member of our board, Foundation Board. Eric Dunphy, Jeannie Hebert, Jim Bugasian, Ron Josephson, Paul Kennedy, Sue Mailman. Great people all. That's the tip of the iceberg. I see we have a few other elected officials who've come in. Hi, Peter. Peter Duran. I'm looking across the room trying to see if there's anyone else. Oh, Jesse Castle, a member of our foundation as well. We have people stepping up with us all the time, working with us to make Quinsigamond great. The truth of the matter is, as Senator Moore said, we went through a deep recession where the Commonwealth could not step up mightily for its higher education institutions, nor for the communities that they all serve, as well as they would have wanted to. It was a difficult time for everybody. So in those times, I have to say that that's when the entrepreneurial spirit of Quinsigamond kicked in, and the entrepreneurial giving spirit of the community that we serve. You know, it's interesting that even in hard times, when businesses and foundations and others were really going through the same economic woes as everybody else, businesses still stepped up for Quinsigamond Community College. And that to me translates into a powerful belief in the mission of the college and the work that we do. I want to acknowledge some of our donors who are here today. All Care Medical Supply, Bay State Financial Services, Blackstone Valley Chamber of Commerce, the Chamber of Central Mass South, Coughlin Electrical Contractors, Digital Federal Credit Union, Fallon Healthcare, Fidelity Bank, Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare, National Grid, Pepsi-Cola Bottling Company of Worcester, Salmon Health and Retirement, Santander, St. Vincent Hospital, vital emergency medical services, wealth advisory services, to name a few of the many companies that have been supporters of Quinsigamond Community College. So we're talking about entrepreneurship today. You know, we talk about it changing your life. Those of you who are entrepreneurs know that it does. It changes the community in which we all live. We believe that Quinsigamond is an entrepreneurial institution. We change lives every day. We change our community every day. And we change our economy as well. Our mission is very simple: quality, access, and affordability. That's what we're about, and we're proud of it. Our graduates have grown by leaps and bounds. You know that you've heard that Quinsigamond Community College enrollment increased by more than 50% since 2007. Well, you may not know that since June of 2007, our number of graduates has increased 84%. And you can see where those are. We have business, technology, human services, and healthcare. The one that's been the flattest thus far is healthcare. Expensive programs and in shoehorned space for a long time. We're going downtown. We're going downtown with the partnership of the Worcester Business Development Corporation that's transformed the facility, or is in the process of transforming the facility for us. And we will have 70,000 square feet, not only for healthcare, but also for workforce development. The workforce development side being not only non-credit programming, but adult basic education in English as a second language. So we have an entrepreneurial mindset, and we recognize that in you. We recognize opportunity. We are opportunity assessing all the time. What else is out there? The opportunities and the challenges, and can we merge those together to create something powerful? We're creating new organizations. As you may know, in 2009, Quinsigamond Community College saw not only a challenge, but an opportunity to create a campus in Southbridge. Today that campus is overcrowded. And so what are we going to do next? We're seizing the opportunity to partner with other higher educational institutions and to advance Quinsigamond Community College's mission in Southbridge in an even stronger way. We're pulling together the resources to add additional square footage and additional programming in Southbridge with the help of community partners in that region. One of the alliances we created recently in the last few years in Worcester is what we call AGLOW, Alliance for Greater Learning Opportunity in Worcester. Through the help of the Harrington Foundation, we are driving English as a second language programming into the Boys and Girls Clubs for parents at the Boys and Girls Club, a new organization with partners throughout the Main South area, looking for another level of opportunity to serve the community. Revitalizing, another entrepreneurial mindset. Revitalizing mature organizations. Our people at Quinsigamond Community College step up on boards throughout the city and throughout the community at large. We're assuming greater risk than normal. We've had a board that's worked with us. Please bear with me when I tell you it's calculated risk. We never move forward without a business plan. We always assess what is the potential return on investment. How can we make something happen? How can we create, through partnerships, a whole that's greater than the sum of its parts? Where mission needs and opportunity meets is what we're about. 83% of all jobs in Massachusetts are middle skills jobs, and that's climbing. What they mean by middle skills jobs are jobs that require beyond a high school diploma, but perhaps not a baccalaureate degree. And the interesting thing for Quinsigamond is that we're building stackable certificates, so if you think you just want a middle skills job, we have the opportunity for you to continue to grow and move beyond that, from a certificate to an associate, to transfer to one of our partner institutions at a baccalaureate level. Career ladders for lifelong learning. 35% of all jobs will be in healthcare, hence a healthcare facility. We're proud of that facility because the Board of Trustees of Quinsigamond and partners in the community have created that facility without additional state support. Now, Senator Moore has talked about the performance-based funding, and thank you so much for it. I'm not sure we're going to need it to fund the facility because so many partners are stepping up with us to help us equip it. And if you haven't stepped up yet, I hope you will. But the bottom line is we need those resources to hire the best possible faculty to expand our faculty base to deliver the quality programming that we know our city deserves. 15 of the 20 fastest growing occupations in the state are in healthcare, life sciences, IT. The governor was on our campus last week presenting a $500,000 check specific to the life sciences. The life sciences touch my family personally, probably touch yours as well. Many of us have family members who have lost their lives because of illness. Illnesses that we hope there's a cure for on the horizon. Worcester's on the cutting edge, and Quinsigamond graduates can be a huge piece of finding those cures. Navigating in a changing environment, that's what it's all about. That's what entrepreneurs do. You know, you can't continue to assume that the water's going to be calm, or that the seas will not rise up, or that the storms won't roll in. And so when the sun is shining, you figure out how you're going to set a course, but at the same time, it could be a beautiful day and there's no wind at your back. So navigating in changing environments is incredibly important for entrepreneurs, and that's what Quinsigamond Community College has done for 50 years. It is the dawn of performance-based funding, as we have said. Quinsigamond is not afraid to perform. We are not afraid of performance-based funding. In fact, we took a big leap in funding this year because of it, and we thank the legislature for considering additional funding. We're always looking ahead. We're always wanting to see what's on the horizon and to shape our future in that direction. We did have a need for the specialized space downtown. Health industries account for 4 of 15 that are expected to generate the most jobs in Greater Worcester from 2004 to 2014. So we need to step up the pace at which we graduate those skilled people. We have this rendering that I think is pretty engaging. Most of you have been on the Franklin Street side of the City Hall. Have seen the former T&G building. Can you imagine that breath of fresh air sitting there next fall with feet on the street, people moving forward, great things happening. Additionally, as I indicated, we're moving forward to ensure that that space in Southbridge that has been such a powerful phoenix rising out of the ashes of the American optical plant can be put to stronger and more productive use as well. Quinsigamond Community College is about education, but we're also about economic development. And so when we partner with the chambers, when we partner with those who are working with us to make good things happen, the school systems, everyone who steps up with us makes us stronger, even as we help. The need for the specialized science space. Now, here's where the Commonwealth has done some powerful work for us. We're going to break ground on a science and technology building, which we call the Quinsigamond Engineering, Science and Technology Building. Big Q, small u, EST, Quest building, as our students quest for the future. They look for all those things that will make Worcester great. 11 of the 30 fastest growing occupations will be in the area of STEM. I said the other day to some people that our mathematics instructors are probably our unsung heroes. Mathematics is the foundation upon which everything else rests. The S, T, and the M. If you think about it like a high-rise, without that foundation of mathematics, the other floors will not stand. Mathematics at Quinsigamond Community College has been transformed in the last few years. Our faculty are moving forward to ensure that every student can succeed in mathematics in ways that support their majors. Our engineering program is one of the best in the nation. It transfers over to Worcester Polytech in the first 2 years of Worcester Polytech's curriculum, transfers to Rensselaer, transfers to MIT, transfers anywhere and everywhere, and I know that's true because our students are doing it. 2 years ago, we sent 2 engineers to Cornell and 1 in business to Cornell. People don't realize that Quinsigamond Community College is that powerful a springboard. In a day and age when families are having difficulty paying the mortgage, guess what? Quinsigamond Community College is here. We can give them the same degree at almost half the price. So there's the Quest building. Isn't it beautiful? It's going to be built into the hill. It's going to solve not only some needs of us for incredible space in labs, but those of you who've navigated the hill at Quinsigamond Community College, imagine doing it in a wheelchair. So now our students can come in at the top of the hill, go into an elevator, and come down to the bottom of the hill and be part of the larger community in a more engaging way. We're very excited about that building. Thank you, Commonwealth of Massachusetts. We really need it. So the South County, we mentioned, Blackstone, Milford, we've been exploring for way too long, and hopefully get to a more engaged place with the Blackstone area in the not too distant future. We know that reach is important. You know, we have the largest distance ed program among community colleges in the state. But distance ed, online learning, is not for every student, particularly when they need hands-on educational opportunities. So as we explore with our secondary school partners, with business community in the Blackstone area and the Marlborough area, we're looking at how we can find the opportunities, make it feasible financially for Quinsigamond to continue to grow what is needed in our communities across our broad service area. And I want to thank those of you who have been patiently working with us in that regard. An invitation to partner, entrepreneur and entrepreneur. What we want from you are your ideas. You know, we put forward ideas for new programs and partnerships to you, and you should do the same with us. It's a two-way street. None of us is individually as smart as all of us together. And so as we create better opportunities for people in our community through Quinsigamond Community College, we need your ideas. We can identify mutually beneficial opportunities, ways that your organizations can thrive even as Quinsigamond thrives. We can shepherd conversations with key stakeholders, and you've been powerful with us in that regard. And we can join in an advisory capacity. Our foundation board is powerful. We also have what we call champions. Champions, we call them. These are individuals who love Quinsigamond Community College, but maybe aren't quite ready to commit to be a member of our foundation board, but want to be part of the equation, want to help us engage, want to help us find solutions to the challenges and to find the opportunities to help us grow. So, entrepreneurship, it's what it's about. It's finding those solutions. It's making things grow and be great. And so I'm gonna step away and allow people who really do entrepreneurship every day as their business opportunities to have a few words with you this morning. Thank you so much.